My name is Yuto Tanaka. I am a surgeon at a university hospital. My family wasn't always wealthy, but thanks to my parents' support and a scholarship, I was able to enter medical school. Then, to live up to the expectations of those around me and to become a great doctor, I have always studied hard and honed my skills. Thanks to that, people around me are now proud to call me a genius surgeon. I think genius is a bit of an exaggeration, but I had patients coming to me from all over the country to see me. It's physically demanding, with hardly any time off, but I want the patients to get well and their families to be happy.
Tanaka-kun, good work. Are you done for the day?
Oh, Mizushima? Good work to you too. Her name is Reina Mizushima. She's my colleague, and we know each other well.
Well, how about a drink?
No, I appreciate the offer, but I'm going home and going to bed. It's been a while since I've had an early night.
Early?
As Mizushima questions me, I'm sure this time is late enough for the other employees. But for me, it's common to stay longer.
Tanaka-kun, you've been acting strange lately, haven't you?
Weird?
No, Tanaka-kun, or rather, the people around you. Are you being forced to do work that you don't have to do?
Her point is honestly right. There has been an increase in the number of operations recently, but I've also been getting more and more opportunities to do miscellaneous tasks from my seniors. Work is work. It's not so much that I'm dissatisfied with it, but because of that, I don't have time to talk to patients or I don't get a lot of breaks.
I think they are taking advantage of you. You should be careful. Our hospital is very picky about that kind of thing.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm not interested in factionalism, careerism, or any of that stuff. Then a few days passed and Mizushima's advice came true. Fired? I am? The professor called me to his office, and I was suddenly told that I was fired. And what he showed me was evidence of all sorts of fraud. I'm sorry, I didn't know you were like this. There must be some mistake. I don't remember any of this. I'm sure everyone can see that this is a false accusation. That's how sloppy and I don't have time for this kind of malpractice with my work schedule. So, you want to sue? I don't think you should. Even if you win, I don't think there's any place for you in this hospital. The professor is obviously trying to get rid of me. Come to think of it, I think Mizushima told me that Professor Sun is jealous that my name has become famous. If you will resign from the hospital quietly, I'll keep all these injustices inside my gut. You can continue to be a doctor outside. I hope you consider this as a favor, huh? These big hospitals are power hungry. If you get their attention, that's the end of your life. This time, it was my turn. I understand. In the end, I nodded my head. I'm not going to admit to any wrongdoing. But more than that, I was fed up with this hospital. I'm not going to sue them either. But I was going to preserve the evidence in case they spread the word that it didn't exist, and I left the hospital. I got an email from Mizushima that they were not informed of the reason for my resignation. With nowhere else to go, I spent a while as an unemployed person. One day, a little while later, I received a call from a distant relative. I heard you quit the hospital, but would you work here? He said that he had opened a clinic in a rural village, but he is very old and was looking for a successor. I thought for a moment about my future career, but I'm not interested in going back to a big hospital now, so I agreed. And so began my new life as a doctor in a rural village. Hey, Hiragi-san, do you think I might be hated?
Well, I don't know. What do you think?
Sakura Hiragi, the only nurse in this clinic, just smiled and said that she's been working here since my relative ran the place. She is young, but she knows a lot more about this place than I do. I'm a novice as a clinic director, but I can rely on her a lot. I feel like we don't get as many patients as I've heard. I feel bad for Hiragi-san too.
No, not at all. But, well, I'm sorry to say this, but this village is a bit closed compared to the city.
Closed?
This village tend to be a bit distant to people from the outside, and young people, especially the former clinic director, was well liked by everyone.
You mean they want to be treated by the former clinic director and not me? I can't help but let out a sigh. It's because there are so few of us in this village. They have a tight-knit community, and they don't like change. It's just like a big hospital. I thought so, but I didn't feel as cramped as before, because I'm the only doctor here. No matter how much the people in this village hate strangers, there will always come a time when I will be needed. One day about a week later, a man comes into the clinic. Please help Ryuji-san. He is Ryuji Takahashi. He was the leader of the youths in this village. According to the villagers who brought him here, he fell off a cliff while protecting a child. His whole body is injured, and several bones seem to be broken. His right leg is especially bad. Normally, I would definitely amputate it. I'll operate immediately. Hiragi-san, please get ready.
Yes.
This is a small clinic. Although an operating room is prepared, I have to do both anesthesia and surgery by myself. It's much harder than the environment I've been in before. But what I have to do is the same. I will definitely save you.
Wow, that's amazing.
I used all my experience and skills to the fullest. I performed the fastest, most optimal surgery possible without amputating Takahashi-san's leg. A few days after that, thank you, doctor. I thought I was going to die. I never thought I'd make it out alive and in one piece. You need rehabilitation to be able to walk again. But if you do the rehabilitation properly and regain your strength, you'll be able to live the same life as before. Thank you so much. And I'm sorry. What? I heard from the previous director. The next doctor is a great doctor who used to work in the city. But there's no way such a great guy would take us seriously. And there's no one better than the former director who was saving us, I thought. We avoided Dr. Tanaka. We've done terrible things to you. I'm really sorry. No, please, raise your head. It's absurd to come out of the blue and ask you all to trust me. But you came to me in a time of real trouble like this, so that's good enough for me as a doctor. Doctor? What a nice guy you are. Thank you so much. After this incident, he started relying on me for anything, and I started to get a lot of trust, especially from the young people. People started to come back to the clinic little by little. But on the other hand, the elderly became even more stubborn. They intentionally avoided the clinic. I'm also worried about the elderly, so I go visit their houses, but they don't let me in. They even tell us young guys that we are going to take over the village, especially the village chief. They won't even approve of the village revitalization plan we've brought to them. The village chief. Come to think of it, they still won't let me say hello to him properly. I have nothing to say to you, right? That's what he always says. However, as one gets older, one's health begins to deteriorate. We are worried about that too. Yeah. There are so many cases where a patient's condition worsens without them even knowing it. Even if they don't like me, I want them to trust me as a doctor. Just as I was thinking that, trouble came my way again. A typhoon hit this village. As a result, a massive landslide occurred. Some of the villagers were caught up in it. Ryuji, gather the injured at the clinic. Yeah, I'm counting on you, doctor. The injured have been gathered by the coordination of Ryuji and his team. I do triage and treat the seriously injured first. And one of the injured are... I'm good.
Chief, if you don't treat it right away, you'll be in danger.
I won't let a stranger mess with my body. You've got to be kidding me. What? A stranger? What? I am a stranger in your own little world. There are some people in this world who can't be saved, even if they wanted to be. You should be quiet and saved.
Doctor!
Hiragi-san, get ready for the operation now.
Yes, sir.
Ryuji, help me carry him. Yeah. I'm not going to give up. I'm a doctor. I'll definitely save you all. Then I operated on all of them quickly. By the time it was all over, the typhoon had passed. As a result, everyone was saved.
Thanks for your hard work, Doctor.
Hiragi-san, thank you for being my assistant. Thanks to you, they were all saved.
No, thanks to... it's because of your skill. If you weren't here, I'm sure they'd all be...
That's right, Doctor.
They can walk again, right? Thank you so much!
The villagers are all thanking me. Fatigue was at its peak, and I was about to fall down. Seeing their smiles and tears of joy, I felt like my exhaustion would soon be gone. How are you feeling? Yes, I feel no pain at all. You really saved me. Thank you. And I'm sorry. I couldn't believe you. I thought you came to the village just for fun, and and you would leave us soon anyway. We are old. We have grown so old that we cannot adapt to the new. We thought we could only protect ourselves by refusing to adapt to the new. I'm so sorry for everything I've done. Please look up. I know how much it takes for someone like you to bow down to a young man like me. I'm the one asking you. Please, please, keep up the good work. In this way, I was able to reconcile with the village chief and the elderly. So, in the true sense of the word, my life as a doctor in this village began. A few months have passed since then. I have settled into the village. The clinic is now bustling with patients and chatters. But today, we have an unusual visitor.
Long time no see, Tanaka-kun.
Hi, Mrs. Shima. I'm sorry you had to travel so far.
Stop it. We're friends, aren't we?
It was a former colleague of mine, Reina Mizashima, who came to see me. She said she had something she really wanted to talk about in person, so I gave her this address. But what on earth does she want to talk about?
Actually, the people who kicked you out were all caught cheating and are gone now.
Oh,
Aren't you surprised?
I am surprised, but I knew it would be revealed someday. They use so many crude means to get rid of me.
About that, you don't want to come back? The new hospital director thinks highly of you. He's prepared to offer you a good post.
No thanks. I don't think I want to go back to that world again. Besides, there are people here who need me. I want to live up to their expectations.
So you found your place. To be honest, I envy you a little.
Mizashima, if you ever get tired of fighting for your career, you can come here. You're welcome. Well, if you decide to work, you'll have to be prepared to make less than half of what you make now.
What's that?
In exchange, the air and the taste of rice is much better here. Isn't it great?
I guess so. I'll think about it. See you later, Tanaka-kun.
Oh, and be careful on your way home. After that, I continued to work as a doctor in this clinic. Recently, the revitalization of the village led by Ryuji has been going well, and the number of tourists and immigrants has been increasing. There are also rumors that Hiragi-san and I are dating for some reason, and I've been very busy in more ways than one. But I'm comfortable with the business of it all. I'm going to continue to live up to everyone's expectations and do my best in this place.